Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We are now in the 5th zone of the game, Ice Cap. And look at Sonic snowboard. I believe this is the first time we see the Hedgehog snowboard in any video game. I think. I mean, I'm not familiar with the Game Gear games, it's been a while since I played them, but he probably snowboarded in them early on. I do know for a fact that Triple Trouble came out after this game, so yeah. And I do have to say, this is one of my favorite musical pieces of the entire game. I'm serious. I would listen to this track over and over again, and yeah. In fact, let's listen right now, shall we? Fantastic, isn't it? Anyway, the section that we just went through, well, Sonic would continue to fall repeatedly over and over again unless he makes it to that platform, and when he makes it onto that platform, the platform will break off and break that ice wall down, allowing Sonic to continue onward with the level. And it will not be the last time Sonic would encounter something that would repeat itself over and over again, so yeah. And we cannot break this ice wall column thing because, well, Sonic is not strong enough, as it were. No, it's made for something a bit stronger or something. It will take something with more punch, as it were. Yeah, so we have to go this way. Gotta love the electric shield and its extra bounce and its ring collecting ability. It's awesome. Here's the thing I forgot about this whole supersonic thing, and yeah. As long as you have a shield before you transform, you will not be able to transform, period. And I find that kind of cool. I mean, if you jump and jump again, press the jump button again, well, you would enable the shield's extra move. You know, like the electric spark, the bounce, and the flame mode or something. And you will not be able to transform into supersonic, even if you have all 50 rings. It's only when you lose the shield that you, well, have the risk of becoming supersonic. But I'm trying not to become supersonic, at least in this level, because, again, I love the music and I don't want it to be drowned out by its over and over and over again. I mean, I like being invincible, and, well, mostly invincible. But, it can get the music, What? Oh, Tails. See what you did, Tails? You almost killed me, and you killed yourself in the process, so, nah. Anyway, here we are at another one of these repeating sections if you don't know what to do. Well, it's repeating if you just go on downward like so, see? What you have to do is use these moving platforms on rings to get to the upper area, and we have to do so in order to proceed onward with the level. Now if you go right here, well, we can't go that way because we cannot break this thing. However, we have to find another way to get across to the other side, and this is what happens when you get frozen by these stupid things. And Tails! Yeah, I jumped kind of back to here because you don't want to see me waste time trying to get back to this area because, again, it's a little difficult to get back up here if you don't know how to time it properly and stuff. It's all about timing and using springs properly. Alright, here we are. Finally, we are out of the cave area of Ice Cap and onward to the mini-boss. Now, this mini-boss right here, it's actually pretty easy, really. All it does is creates this ring of ice chunks right here. We'll move from side to side, discard the ice chunks, and this is your chance to attack it right here. Oh, and the ice chunks will fall down, but they're easy to dodge. And yeah, that's it for the mini-boss right here. Now, you may have noticed that I've not read any of the descriptions of the levels from in a while. And to be fair, it was getting kind of old, really. I mean, if you want me to continue them, by all means, say so. But otherwise, it's gonna get a bit old after a while. Although, to be fair, I've been reading descriptions like Eggman quotes from Sonic Colors and so on and so forth, but yeah, and the Robot Master information for the Mega Man games, but they were more interesting in my opinion. They were more interesting. Now, in this video, we're actually going to be finishing these Sonic 3 levels. Yeah, we will actually finish the Sonic 3 levels in this video. Yeah, well, you know why? Well, I find it kind of appropriate, you know, since technically if I were playing just Sonic 3 solo, this would have been the final level, well, the final video of this game or something. But since I am playing the complete game, well, why not? I feel like it, you know. And to be fair, the Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles levels have their own, I don't know how to say it, feeling to them, if you get my drift. I mean, since they were both released at different points in the year or so. Yeah. And I'm actually going to be breezing by this level fairly quickly. Surprisingly. I actually did fairly well in this level. Oh look, an extra life. Yay. Yeah, I'll be racking up the extra lives in this level. Yep. Basically, this level's gimmick is if you do extremely well, you don't even have to stay in the bottom section for a long time, which contains water and bottomless pits and stuff. Now this thing, this springy platform right here, well, you can use it to your advantage or disadvantage depending on if you have tails or not. I mean, you can use it to bounce up and up and up and up, but, whoa, that was close. I mean, if you have tails with you, well, he can really screw up your momentum, and you'll be stuck here a while. I mean, it's best to try and get on these things without Tails' interference, but oh, jeez Louise. It can be troubling if Tails is with you. Let's just say that. Whew, thank you, enemy. And Tails, don't get on there. Good, stay down there. Now, what you may have noticed or missed out, like, it's pretty much a blink and you miss it kind of thing. What happened was there are now these Robotnik boxes, and if you touch one of them, it's the equivalent of Sonic taking a hit. So try not to touch those, because otherwise you'll get hit, you'll lose a life, you'll lose your rings, you'll lose your shield, and so on and so forth. Alright, and just like that, we have reached the boss. Told you this would be a short one. Alright, let's see what Eggman has this time around. Apparently this machine here will try and freeze Sonic, and he'll move around back and forth, and that's it. Kinda lame, isn't it? Now you're supposed to use that platform he lowered to essentially get you a little boost so that you can hit Eggman. But since I have the electric shield and it's a super bounce, I'm using that to essentially kill him, or take out that machine right there. And thank you, Tails, for doing the dirty work by taking the final blow. Tails is more useful to me this go-around than, well, any other time, so... And that's a bit surprising, doesn't it? And I got another extra life. Whoop-dee-doo. Alright, now here we are, the final zone of, well, the Sonic 3 portion of the game, Launch Base. And it's appropriately named because, well, look what's in the background. It's the good old Death Egg being rebuilt, I guess. And it's due to the fact that after the events of Sonic 2, this massive fortress crashed onto Angel Island. And the reason Angel Island is in the water is because of the Death Egg, yeah. This massive battle fortress is the reason this floating island is no longer floating, even though the MacGuffin that keeps it afloat is still around. What do I mean by this? Well, you'll see in my next video, but I think we all know what that MacGuffin is, and it's a big MacGuffin. Although I do like this attention to detail about how we see the Death Egg in the background until we get to a certain point in which we no longer see it, because from Sonic and Tails' point of view, they are actually heading towards the Death Egg. And yeah, we're here to stop the Mad Doctor from launching this thing into the sky once again. The music in the background is interesting, especially with all that synthesized go, go, go. go, 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 and all that sort of thing. But you're not hearing it now because, well, I just went invincible. And I believe this is another one of these levels that was composed by Michael Jackson's production company. And you gotta think, how did Michael Jackson's production company became involved with, well, Sonic 3 at least? Because we see or hear none of that in the Sonic Knuckles portion of the game. I hear rumors. I mean, these are just rumors, and if I'm wrong, people in the comments, please correct me, because I'm always open to, well, knowledge. I don't know if Michael Jackson's a fan of Sonic in general, or maybe he had a deal with Sega or something, because there was a video game produced for the Sega Genesis called Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, based off that movie, or at least the gangster smooth criminal portion of that movie, where he went against Joe Pesci and his elite army or something, and he transformed into the robot, I believe. So, yeah. I mean, when was Moonwalker released? Well, I know the movie was released in the 80s, but the game, it had to come out sometime in the 90s, because the Genesis was released in the 90s, I believe, along with the first Sonic the Hedgehog game. So, yeah, I'm assuming a deal was made. If Michael Jackson made Moonwalker, he can compose some of the music of Sonic 3 at least. But then there was probably that whole controversy with the kids and molestation and all that sort of thing, and yeah, the rest of the music was composed by someone else, I believe. Yeah. Stupid Orbinaut. Once again, I'm trying not to become Supersonic because while he is cool, you can speed around levels, at the same time, I want some measure of control, because if you may have noticed, if you've transformed into Supersonic in the games, at least the 2D games, he kind of feels a little slippery, as it were. Granted, the Sonic is all about moving fast and such, but at the same time, I kind of want to have a little bit of control, you know? That's kind of my thing. I mean, running fast is cool. I like going through loop-de-loops and small areas, but knowing where you're going and where to stop and when to stop, that's important to me. Now, for those who are fans of Supersonic, don't worry, I will transform into that golden hedgehog one more time before I end the video. In fact, this will be the last time I will transform into Supersonic, and we'll just leave it at that for right now. Now, speaking of that whole thing with the Chaos Emeralds and stuff, apparently part of the plot involves Knuckles trying to get the Chaos Emeralds away from Sonic and Tails so that Eggman can use them to power the Death Egg. However, it's now moot since we have recollected the Chaos Emeralds, and yeah. So, speaking of Knuckles, would he allow all of this equipment to be placed here on his island? A guy who believes in nature and all that sort of thing? Because, yeah. I mean, granted, both Knuckles and Robotnik are buddy-buddy now. I mean, yeah. Knuckles allowing all this equipment, machinery, and robots here, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can tell that Knuckles is a gullible fool in this game. And people still find him cool. I mean, there are still some redeeming qualities to Knuckles in this game, at least. Unfortunately, later on in the series, Knuckles is proven time and time again to be an idiot. I mean, not here in this fact. He is being a trickster and causing headaches for Sonic and company, but later on, well, I'm sorry, Knuckles, you're going to become an idiot.
Shut up!
And there are some that think that he is an idiot now because he is helping this giant fat guy with a goofy grin, with all his killer death machines and all this technology and such. Speaking of death machines, we have the mini-boss of this zone. Basically, this thing will go back and forth, extending its spike ball thing to try and hurt Sonic, but it's overall easy to defeat. Now, why are there two identical boxes that are unopened there? I wonder why they're there. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out sometime in the far future, I guess. Alright, we're almost done. Yay! Oh, goody. Alright, let's see here. Water. Yeah, remember back a few videos ago I mentioned that there are a lot of zones that feature water? I think part of the reason that there is water throughout, well, at least some of the Sonic 3 portions of this game is because, well, Angel Island is in the water, and thus there's some flooding going on because, remember, if you submerge something in water, it will, you know, flood and such. What's this? Realism in my Sonic game? What the sense make? Okay. Now, again, we have multiple pathways we can go on. We can go the upper route, we can go the bottom route, and it all depends on how good you are at your platforming in this game. Now, some players might want to take the bottom route, some would prefer going the upper route if they're doing so good. I mean, it's all a matter of personal preference. Sometimes certain routes would lead to certain things, like golden rings if you're trying to collect the Chaos Emeralds, and yeah. And once again, I am Super Sonic for the last time. I hope you people are happy. Although some people probably hate Super Sonic for being too fast, too slippery and such. I mean, again, it's all due to personal preference and such. Again, we have to hear that music over and over again. You know, you really get to hate this music after a while. Alright, see this Badnik right here that I just destroyed right here? Believe it or not, they are actually making a comeback. If you've been watching the trailers, seen footage of the newest 3D Sonic game, Sonic Lost World, these Badniks are making a comeback, along with some other Badniks that debuted in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So, that's always nice, bringing Sonic back to his roots. And yeah, now I'm glad they brought in some Badniks from classic games in the recent 3D games, such as Sonic Colors. And Sonic Generations was pretty much a gimme since it was all about traveling back through the various eras of Sonic's life. So, yeah. Now this whole thing about Sonic going back to his roots in recent games, some people might like it, some people might hate it, and I could be wrong, but I believe it's based on how people grew up on Sonic. Some people grew up on Sonic since his Genesis days. Some people joined the franchise during his 3D adventures, such as Sonic Adventure, or maybe Sonic Unleashed, or something like that. Who knows? But I could be wrong, because some people might play Sonic Adventure first, but then go play the classic series and decide, oh, this series is much better than the 3D series, and so on and so forth. But it's the Sonic fan base. We're divided on everything, especially those eye colors and such. Yes, for those who are curious, I did pre-order Sonic Lost World. I hope to be playing Sonic Lost World soon and having a little fun with Sonic Lost World. So, yeah. Anyway, back to this game. As you can see here, I cannot break through these blocks, even as Super Sonic. What does sense make? I don't know. And yeah, I'm standing right here because I want Super Sonic to essentially go away because, well, coming up is the boss, and I kind of want to have my rings available. I kind of want to live longer, as it were. So yeah, bye Super Sonic. Okie dokie. Look at all these rings. Yeah, we're approaching endgame, folks, of the Sonic 3 portion of this game, at least. Now for this right here, all we have to do is use this platform that Robotnik is shooting balls at to actually hit the fat guy. And yeah, and thanks to my bounce ability, I am hitting you. And owned. And we get to ride on Eggman's Eggmobile for once. Sorry, Tails, it's a one-seater. Well, at least the game's kind enough to actually halt the time right there because, well, you don't want to get penalized for this long cutscene right here. And look at that. Bye, Knucklehead. See, Knuckles punched an Eggmobile, which barely did a dent, but he can stop Supersonic just like that. What does sense make? Alright, folks, we are approaching the, the true boss of this zone on top of the launching Death Egg. So, yeah. Now, if this were Sonic 3 alone, well, we would face this boss coming up right here, plus another boss known as Big Arm. And as the name suggests, it has big arms that can really screw up Sonic, along with some nice final boss music, so yeah. But since we are playing a linked game, well, this is the only boss we are dealing with right here, and it's pretty easy. Eggman will go up and down, and we just have to hit his cockpit as he goes up and goes down. There are lasers and some big thing, well, not big thing, some kind of orbiting thing around his cockpit that will hurt Sonic if he touches it. But this thing is easy, no problem, and yeah, that's it for Launch Base, so we did it. We have beaten the Sonic 3 portion of this game. Now, if this were the end of Sonic 3, this thing would break off like it is right now, and we will see the Death Egg in the background, and it would actually explode. So, yeah. But since we are continuing onward with this game, we're just going to see the Death Egg crash down to the island below again. So, yeah. We'll see you in the Sonic Knuckles portion next video.